Today is Tuesday, March 10th, 2020, and I'm at 1364 Elm Grove Road, standing on a 30-year laminated shingle. We have one layer with felt, does not have drip edge. We're going to start here on our front slope. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shingles changed out. On these, I do not see any mechanical damage above, so we definitely have integrity left in the shingles, which is quite obvious just looking at it. There's still a lot of life left in this shingle. That being said, we do have quite a few spots where they did not cross their T's, dot their I's, as far as wall flashings, these protrusion flashings, and then we also have an installation error. It's high nailing, and I'll show you the effects that we're seeing from that. Moving to the front slope here at the left end. We're going to look at this wall flashing here. It's okay here. The reason you don't want to just put sealant and rely on the sealant here on this counter flashing is because that can expand and contract, and then you're just left with an opening, and if you get a slanted rain, it can kick back behind that flashing. You see how worn that is there. And then it does not appear that we have flashing there. We also have splits at our pipe jacks. Also, we have an improperly flashed boot here. Should be underneath that row of shingles. So from the install, that was improper, and we left the fasteners exposed. There are P to nickel size, even a few that are larger than that. Impacts on our power attic vents and our soft metals, and you can even see some here on this counter flashing. It leads me to believe they reuse this counter flashing. Now, all these are smaller. These could be small hammer marks, but it leads me to believe that these were just reused when this layer was put on. Our electrical mast here, back slope at the left end. The polyurethane boot on top has expanded and contracted, worn down, and is broken. Now that is just deterioration, and it also looks like the mast might be pulling off just a little bit. The flashing doesn't look like it was secured down well, and it's kind of coming up. That does appear to be an install error. This is the install. We saw it even on the front slope here at the left end, but these shingles are in two separate sections. You have this upper that gives it the laminated, the shake look, upper laminated. Then you have this bottom comp, and if you do not place the nails in the right spot, which you can see these are almost over pressure, and they're about 2 inches too high as well. They should be right here. Then you miss this bottom section when you nail that high, and then you can see whole zipper lines. Now this one is a zippered installation going diagonal down just like a zipper, and you can see that this nailing pattern does not lend to catch that bottom section. You see our zipper line going all the way up. You see separation starting there. We do have some normal wear and tear. The back does appear to face north, so our south and west slopes, which would be this left end, we're gonna build up a little more heat. We do have the power attic vents at the top. Those could be all operational and still maybe not breathe perfectly for this large of a roof system. Have to look at a roofing calculator or a ventilation calculator for that. Again, we see sliding starting to occur here. A bunch of sealant here at this ridge intersection into this back slope. Very likely was just this ridge cap. Foot traffic, people coming up here, walking straight up. You see sealant applied in a few different spots here on this back slope. This pipe jack here is probably the only one that I would say is in good condition and flashed well. The only thing we have here is exposed fasteners, so just sealing these up, but our polyurethane is still intact and everything was flashed well. Improperly flashed. Speaking of that, both these HVACs, this should be underneath here, that way we don't have this whole side exposed. And then of course we do have exposed fasteners. Our second HVAC is flashed similarly. Our power attic vents, same. train here. Should be underneath both these shingles, and then we have exposed fasteners as well. Excuse me. We see that sliding starting to occur here on our back slope towards this right end. We have 3 shingles that are about mid stages there, sliding out. Now these 2 pipe jacks here and here are in good condition. We don't see splits here, but again, improperly flashed, should be underneath that shingle there. You should not see them raised up in that manner. Splits on this jack. This one is just open and improperly flashed. This one flashed correctly, but has splits on it. Don't see anything here on our back right offset. Now, as far as damage, this is what we have seen on the roof system, is just this broken tooth here, very likely linked to this, to being heavy-handed here. Again, I do believe we have integrity here left in the shingles, just these repairs are not very proper, and you can see that sliding has taken effect on this front slope here at the right end. Counter flashing is installed in the same fashion, and we even have face nails into our counter flashing there. So a fair amount of install errors, just kind of not crossing T's, dotting I's, and not having foresight. As far as the nailing pattern, our protrusions go, and that has led to sliding shingles and then repairs that have not been done perfectly. And we will get our ladder move over to our front low slope, our front porch offset, and we're going to take a look at our detached garage. But that is the roof, and that will conclude this inspection.